Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry and I want to tell you a story. But first, a quiz. A black woman and a white woman are standing in the store. Black woman reaches over to get something and the white woman looks because she wanted that too. She knocks it out of the black woman's hand. The black woman begins to take her earrings off. Should the white woman A, stand there and wait to receive her present because she recognizes the fact that the black woman knows that she's made a mistake and so she's offering her earrings? B, take off her earrings also to match energy? Or C, run like the house is on fire? I'm going somewhere with this. It was the day after the election of Reverend Dr., now Senator Reverend Dr. Warnock. Um, my sister Tia and my other mother, Gloria, who's mommy, Grammy, all of those names, we went to celebrate and we went to lunch in our little town here in Georgia. And we were having a wonderful time celebrating. We'd actually stopped at a store to get some little Christmas things. They love to decorate and some hand soaps and things. And it's a little town, store in our town. And then we went to have lunch and we were having a wonderful, wonderful time. When we got there, the place was pretty much empty. And then it got really, really packed. And the whole time we rejoiced. We shared stories of what it was like growing up for me and Tia in Delaware and for Grammy in Chester, Pennsylvania. And we talked about the segregation and the hardships and how far we have come, how far we have come, how really far we've come. We began to talk about how shocking it was for the nation that things should be so close, that in their eyes it was such a clear race. But as we looked around at our neighbors, we knew we knew why. And we also knew something else. As we sat there in the Himalayan Curry Kitchen restaurant, where people dined on dishes that in most places in this country folks can't even pronounce, but they can in our little southern town because it's a part of our southern town. We knew something that I learned years ago. I was uh, in the South for the first time, in the deep South for the first time, and it was a man on a porch, and I wanted to stop and take a picture, and I stopped and said, "Sir, can I take your picture?" He's like, "Yes." He actually invited me to tea, and I didn't drink anything, but I sat there a while, and he said, "Do you know the difference between the North and the South? In the North, you can get as big as you want, but you can't get too close. In the South, you can get as close as you want, but you can't get too big." As I waved at my neighbors and friends who I knew were not canvassing and knocking on doors and making calls, and Tia even worked the elections, um, they weren't they weren't doing it for Senator Warnock, and we knew that about them because we're close enough to know. We're close enough to know. At the same time, at the same time, we know that that divide still exists. Someone once asked me why and how I can live in the South, and I told him because I can't do cold and racism. Here's the thing: racism is steeped in every part of our culture throughout the United States and throughout the world. It's systemic. And if you didn't know the answer to that question, when you see a black woman taking off her earrings, you better run. It's because you haven't gotten close enough. There's so many close things that we need to explore. But we need to be able to rise and be close at the same time without folks questioning your pedigree, your why, your motive, or assuming the worst about you, sitting around waiting for you to fail because of their own mediocrity. It's deep, and I went far. But take off your earrings. It's all right. I love you.